Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of PolyNerdic Pro Wrestling. This is day 7 of the Chel Raizer Invitational to determine the #1 contender for the PolyNerdic Pro Wrestling Women's title, currently held by Io Shirai. We're looking at the A bracket rankings right now. As you can see, Tegan Knox is in the lead with 1 victory over Rhea, Ripley, Ivelisse right behind her. Alexa Bliss, 20 points in 3rd place. Taeler, Hendrix, and Rosemary tied for, well, what is 4th place, but they have it as 5th. Sonya, Deville, the Japanese writing there, the kanji is Veda Scott, Jordynne Grace, and then Sarah Logan bringing up the rear with 0 points. B bracket, Klein has a 1 victory lead over Allie in 2nd place, Becky, Lynch, and Isla in 3rd, and B Priestley in 3rd. Ember back there in 6th. Asuka at 6th, and Liv Morgan, all 3 of them with 10 points. Doing a really bad job of breaking down the point totals here. Mandy has 1 victory with 5 points, and Zelina Vega bringing up the rear with 0. As I said, this is day 7 of the tournament. I'm trying to get as much of this done before people start tinkering with their creator wrestlers, adding moves from the DLC, and deleting this tournament, like what happened with my King of the Cage tournament after round 1 that I had to restart. So, we're going to get into this. Get day 7 done today. We're going to start with Veda Scott versus Sarah Logan. There we are. Let's get into it. As always, difficulty's on 10, I believe, and the speed set to 125. So the matches move just a little bit faster. I've already rearranged the matches to try to have the most impactful matches be at the end of the show. The matches that have the most at stake as far as standings go, because we're getting late into the tournament at this point. So it's becoming pretty clear who's got a shot at winning and who doesn't. Like, Sarah Logan can win the next 3 matches, and she's not going to have any more than 15 points. So she's pretty much mathematically eliminated. Or, not pretty much, is mathematically eliminated from the tournament. So anyone who's more than 15 points behind is done. Which doesn't really narrow the field down. The field's still pretty close at this point. No one's really taken off. As you saw, both brackets, there's 5 points. 1 victory separates both the leader from 2nd place in both brackets. Scott just kicking away at Logan until she went down. Sarah with the double axe handle. Veda with the spear. Russian leg sweep.
2, 1, 2. Finish.
Veda with the TKO. Not enough. That might be it. Nope. Nope, Sarah's still got to fight her. Still disappointed about what happened at WrestleMania weekend with Sarah Logan. That was a nice moment thinking she won the, not the Andre the Giant one, the Women's Battle Royal. The one that they never went ahead and attached a legend to. Powerbomb. I'm really pulling for Sarah here. I'd like to see her finish the tournament with at least a single victory. You know, I complain about this pretty frequently, but like now that Game of Thrones is back, the Fire Pro community on PlayStation 4 has decided that we need a bunch of Game of Thrones creations as well. Sarah got her victory, finally. She's no longer at the bottom. Well, I mean, she's still at the bottom, but no longer without a victory. I gotta go check the rankings real quick before we do the next match. I want to see if that... Yeah, there we go. Put her in a three-way tie for worst. But at least she doesn't have a 0. Alright, Mandy Rose versus Liv Morgan. Both ladies on SmackDown now. There you go, Liv going for the weird rolly pin already. I gotta say, if she pinned her out the gate with that, that'd be hilarious. 30 seconds in, pinfall. But yeah, it is bad enough that we have, you know, all these cartoon characters, but now we're starting to see just this flood of Game of Thrones characters on this. And there's so many comic book characters, anime characters, all this Street Fighter characters. Don't need it. Don't want it. If I wanted Goku, I'll go play Dragon Ball FighterZ. If I wanted Chun-Li, I'd go play Street Fighter. You know, if I wanted Sweet Tooth, I'd go play Twisted Metal.
Great.
So irritating.
Great.
Man, I just want real wrestlers. It's all I want to see. Really is too much sometimes, man. Like the PC version of this game has so much better community. I mean, there's some really fantastic creators in the PlayStation community. Every wrestler you see that isn't part of the main roster of the game is somebody's creation. I'm not making all these people. But like, it's just so irritating that, like, you know, I had to clone Toni Storm and turn her into Lana Austin to get a decent Lana Austin, and she's, you know, barely passable because I suck. Nicole Matthews. It took forever to get, you know, yeah. I'm trying to think of one of the ones that was like I kept swapping out. Will Ospreay. It took forever to get a decent one of him. Of course, now I can get him with DLC. I'll spend $15. What really drives me nuts is I had a really good Will Ospreay. It took forever to get a good one. And then they released that DLC that he's a part of. And the individual that made the Will Ospreay I use decided to update Will with the moves from the DLC. The moves you're not going to need if you have the DLC. Because you already have the character. Like, I typically, I think Juice Robinson is the only character that came with the game that I have a downloaded version of. And that was strictly for attire purposes. Because the default Will, or excuse me, the default Juice looked awful. Mandy would win that way. I hope Liv does all right for herself on SmackDown, since they just made the bonehead decision to break up the Riot Squad. I almost said the Wyatt Squad. Nice job, Liv. Mandy getting the pin on Liv. That seems like a very WWE booking decision right there. That fits right in line with how they book these two. I apologize if you hear that lawn equipment in the background. It's that time of the year. People are going to be doing yard work when I'm trying to stream. Let's see. Deville and Rosemary is up next.
Fight.
Sonya coming out with that straight right again. She likes that strike. Rosemary with the counter. Going for the combo. Pummeling Rosemary's face. Rosemary kicking out of the takedown. Strange decision to go for the pin there. I don't know if this game does the thing where kicking out of pins drains your stamina. One could make that argument if this was real life. But that's what her strategy was. Start trying to tire her out by pinning her. Running knee to the face there. Something I want to look up. I thought I saw something on Twitter the other day about NXT UK having a faction called the Imperium. Yep. It's funny, because some of the members of the Imperium are part of my Imperial Ambition faction that I created forever ago. Rosemary with the win. I'll admit I was reading about the Imperium. Now see, I made it... My faction was made in reference to British imperialism. This Imperium seems to be based on the Axis powers. So good lord. What the fuck? WWE's Imperium is Walter, an Austrian, Fabian Eichner, a Italian, and then Marcel something or other, which is, I believe he's German, and or maybe he's French, and then Alexander Wolf joined him, formerly of Sanity, since they broke Sanity up. Now that Alexander Wolf's over there in NXT UK, he's part of the Imperium. So some of the, the Access powers. Fantastic. Good work, guys. At least mine was British imperialism, which, different kind of bad. So, I have to break up Sanity. That makes me sad. What's next? What's next? Nope, that's the wrong thing. Got too many windows open. So Rosemary beat Sonya Deville. Now that I'm done ranting about WWE, now we're gonna get to the equivalent match: Allie versus Zelina Vega. This is an important match because if Allie wins, she moves up into a tie for the time being with Klein. If Zelina wins, she gets her first 5 points of the tournament.
Fight!
Alright, back to reading about this Imperium faction here. Let's see. Interesting. Oh, and they renamed the Viking Experience. They're now the Viking Raiders, which is kind of a redundant name. If you're watching this close to the time I'm recording it, this is a good time for news. According to Cultaholic, it looks like the Backlash pay-per-view in June has been canceled because it was scheduled to be 9 days apart from the next Saudi Arabia show. Goldust is joining AEW at least for one match with Cody. I mean, I guess that means Goldust is done with the WWE and Dustin Runnels is going to be wrestling Cody Rhodes. I haven't watched the Shield's Final Night show yet. I might do that after I stream a little bit more after this. Good news, Enzo and Cass aren't going to be at Ring of Honor anytime soon, apparently. I don't know if you saw Luke Harper tried to quit this weekend. According to Dave Meltzer, his contract runs through fourth quarter this year. Be interesting to see if the WWE lets him go or is forced to sit out the whole year like Neville did. And as I said before, I'm going to continue to call him Neville. I don't want to call him Pac. I think it's a dumb name. And a lot of people like it. clothesline by Zelina Vega there. Nice counter by Allie. Is Zelina gonna pin Allie, get her first victory, keep Allie from tying up first place? Of course, if Allie does move into a tie for first place, it's only as long as Klein can beat Asuka. Still not enough. Zelina Vega likes the diving crossbody apparently. Oh, she went for a different move this time. I guess she figured 3 diving crossbodies was too many. Oh, no, back at it. He would roll into a camel clutch. Zelina Vega still no victories. She's a strong contender for being the one person who doesn't win any matches this tournament. Alright. Next one's got pretty big implications too, because it is Jordynne Grace versus Tegan Knox. Tegan, of course, leading the A bracket right now. Jordynne all the way at the bottom, tied for last place with 5 points.
Fight!
Love a good round robin tournament. Curious to find out if Jordynne Grace is going to be the next Knockout Champion or Impact Women's Champion. Do they still call it the Knockout Championship in Impact? Working on the card for the first regular card of May, and I already have to make a change because they killed Sanity. They'll just replace Sanity with the New Day.
Great.
Nice move.
Give up.
That's a very Jordynne Grace move.
Give up. Give up.
If Tegan wins this, she will be at 35 points, which will put the first place tie out of Rhea Ripley's reach for another day. But if Tegan loses and Rhea Ripley wins later on, then we end up with a tie for first place again. But Tegan hasn't lost yet. Can destroy her. So I'm just barely kicking out. Tegan's trying to pull out the stops. Can't wait for Tegan to come back. That knee injury 2 years in a row at the Mae Young Classic. Devastating. Of course, she also has the most ridiculous win of this tournament when she defeated Alexa Bliss on day one with a headbutt. Running hip attack, knock her out of the way. Alright, we got the bear hug. Should be enough, put her away. Hip attacked right through her. Rachel Ellering. Is she gonna come out and attack Tegan? Oh, I see a future rivalry right here. Tegan away. The teamwork between Jordynne and Rachel. I'll see a lot of interference in these matches. What happens? Okay, Rachel's leaving now. Jordynne going to overcome the double team. We'll see. Who did I say is going to overcome the double team? I felt wrong. Did I say Jordynne but meant Tegan? Well, is that to put her away? Okay. Ball's in Rhea Ripley's court now. If she wins tonight, she'll move into a tie for first place. Alright, up next. Similar situation here. Kelly Klein's in first place. She's taking on Asuka. If she loses, Kelly Klein and Allie are going to be in a tie. If she wins, she takes first place back solo. And remains undefeated in the tournament.
Fight!
They're also halfway through the show now. Glitchy little animation there from Kelly Klein. I would not mind watching these two wrestle for real. I like both of them a whole lot. Kelly Klein can be a little stumbly, a little less than graceful in the ring, but I think she's a fine wrestler. Of course, partial to her. She's a Cincinnati lady. Got to root for the hometown. And Asuka's just fucking amazing.
Give up! Give up!
Wait, what? Never mind. Parody account. Parody account almost got me. I really gotta find a way to make myself a Nicole Matthews to add to this roster. Because obviously the PlayStation 4 Fire Pro community has no desire to do it. Oh, almost pinned her. I don't know. Maybe this version of Asuka doesn't have enough points or whatever. She's not as good as I would like her to be. Not as dominant at all. I want a Io Shirai level of dominance. Io Shirai successfully defended her title 10 times now. Kicks. Nice drop toe hold, stomp on the knee, another stomp on the knee. Asuka working her over. Running knee strike. Now the Asuka. Oh, no, that's not the Asuka lock. It's just a straight arm bar. Asuka lock's more of a cross-face chicken wing. I love those impossible suplexes out of the ring. side slam on the hardwood floor out here. Back in the ring, ladies. There we go. That's why the male tournament right now that's running is in a cage. Because I'm tired of countouts, especially when Pete Dunne's involved.
Asuka's working on her hard with the submissions. Make Kelly tap. Just keeps doing it. That's what, 3 in a row? Oh, Kelly just hit those elbows. Kelly's back in first place by herself. Just like that. Alright. I didn't look at what the percentage was there. Was it the 70s? I would have called it better than that. Okay, up next. Taeler Hendrix versus Ivelisse. Another 2 women who I love to watch wrestle. I would love to see them in NXT. Although right now the roster is so thick down there, we'd probably never see them on TV.
Fight!
I will return shortly. Enjoy this match without the lovely sound of my voice. And I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Apologies. Nature called. I've said it before. I don't know how the professionals do it. Sitting ringside for 3+ hours without having to get up and use the restroom. Almost. She almost hit it. I think it was the Desert Eagle. I looked away. Ivelisse is a badass. Desert Eagle again. Putting the pressure on Taeler. Just keeps hitting that move. Can't be it. We'll say. That doesn't sound devastating enough. Usually it's gonna fly. I was gonna say that felt like enough right there. That definitely felt like enough. Alright, we're getting into essentially the triple main event of the show here. This next one doesn't matter as much in points as much as it matters in that these two are the current tag team champions in the women's division. Isla, Dawn, and Ember Moon. One of my favorite made-up tag teams. The whole Dawn and Moon thing works. Their characters work. They're both kind of mystical.
Fight!
Obviously, based on the way they're booked in real life, Ember would go over here. But I like them both a lot. General rule of thumb is if I'm using them on here, they're someone I enjoy. It's not always 100% the case, but you know, it does happen. I have to figure out who Drew McIntyre is going to defend the world title against prior to the tournament being over. And they have to be somebody who's not in the tournament. That's the hard part. always have him defending against Luke Harper. I mean, I would enjoy that match, but I think by and large people would find that an underwhelming main event. Look at who's in that tournament. That's the key thing. Knee strike by Isla Dawn, of course trained by Aleister Black. She knows how kicks. Ember with the kicks, right back at her. That's another reason why I like these two as a pair. Both good strikers. Nice German. Super kick by Ember. So that's not enough to put her away. No, it's not. Shoulder strikes in the corner. And we're gonna hit. No, as I say, she's gonna hit the total eclipse. Rope break, too close to the ropes. Definitely too close to the ropes. Partners getting brutal outside the rings, throwing each other around. Ah, too close to the ropes. Might have had her there. So is that? Oh, she's going for the submission. She can make her partner tap. Isla Dawn going brutal. Although I don't think she calls that the skull end, to be honest. Just a hunch. Alright, up next. We'll find the right document here. Nope, that wasn't it. That's it right there. Isla Dawn getting the win over Ember Moon. Up next is exactly the match we're looking at right here. If Rhea Ripley wins, we have a three-way tie for first place, it looks like. Tegan knocks Ivelisse and Rhea Ripley. The Ivelisse Taeler Hendrix match slipped by my attention there. I didn't realize it was going to be so important. And if Rhea Ripley wins here,
Fight.
I'm going to have to rearrange day 8 because I see a match right now that's going to be pretty important.
Yeah.
Wow, she had to go to sleep already. You know, it's funny. I'm sitting here looking at potential matchup. I'm thinking about the Allure and Ring of Honor, Mandy Leon, and 2/4 or 1/2, excuse me, of the beautiful people. You know, the beautiful people in the old TNA was Velvet Sky, Angelina Love, Madison Rain, and Lacey Von Erich at one point. And it's funny that they paired Mandy Leon with Sky and Love because I was thinking about pairing her with Layla, 1/2 of Lay Cool, which was, you know, WWE's beautiful people pairing. Maybe I'll just add Layla to the Allure roster. Alexa Bliss hasn't been terrible in this tournament, but she hasn't been great either. I'm telling you, if Rhea wins this, we have a three-way tie on day 8. Again, interesting if we get down to, you know, multiple ties at the end. Chopping the shit out of her. Still trying to find the right challenger for Mr. McIntyre. Here we go. Double check. I don't think I saw him there. I'll forever be disappointed though at the way this tournament played out as far as the whole Osprey DLC thing, screwing up the tournament, deleting it. Because that's one thing this game does. The moment Osprey got pulled out of the tournament because the creator edited him. Rhea Ripley won. It, deleted the entire tournament, so I had to, rebuild the tournament from round 2 forward. So I ended up with some pretty fantastic upsets being deleted. I mean, the video proof exists, but you know what I mean. Let's see. Should this be this match? Let's double check. Yes, this is our main event, final match of the night. Becky Lynch versus Priestley. Let's see where the standings are after this one's done. This is a very vocal Priestley. I don't know if the new version I have of her is just as vocal. Talked about it on previous recording days. That her and Allie are the two in this tournament that are going to be replaced with different versions by the time once this is over. I always like a German suplex that starts with the person receiving it being on the ground. Just looks really impressive.
Yeah! Come on! 1, 2, 3. Okay, baby. 1, 2.
Wow. Nearly a pinfall, less than 5 minutes in.
Come on! Give up? Give up? Give up? Give up? Give up? Yeah!
Just missed the running knee.
Yeah! 1, 2. Come on!
3 straight missed attempts, missed. Missed with the mist.
Give up? Give up? Come on! Come on!
Becky land those punches in.
Give up? Give up?
V puts Becky away. V has a tendency to, whatever she finishes the match with, she doesn't let it go. Which is an interesting, weird foible of the AI. So that's the last match of tonight. Let's take a look at the standings, see where they stand. The rankings, see where they stand. How's that? That's better. Get the save in real quick. In case I forget, because I have done that in the past. You can see the next 2 days of matches run right down the middle of the thing for the most part, and then you get this one all the way over here by itself. So rankings, that's what we were doing. Okay, A bracket now has a three-way tie for first place again. Tegan, Rhea, Ripley, and Ivelisse. That's a hell of a three-way tie. Bliss and Rosemary in there with 20. Taeler at 15. Jordynne and Sonya at 5. Sarah and Veda at, Jordynne and Sonya at 10. And then Sarah and Veda with 5. B bracket. Kelly Klein still ahead of Allie by one pinfall, or by one victory, 35-30. Isla, Dawn, B. Priestley, they're at third place, 25 apiece. Becky Lynch has 20. Ember, Asuka, Liv, and Mandy at 10, and then Zelina all the way back there at 0. There's only 10 points to be won right now, so anybody that isn't from third place up is who has a shot here. If Kelly loses her next 2 matches and B or Isla win their next 2 matches, we will see a 3-way tie, possibly a 4-way tie if Allie wins one and loses one. See, any of those 4 women at the top can win B bracket at this point. Of course, if Kelly wins her next 2 matches, she'll have 45 points and be on top. You know, there's no way anyone would catch her. So she kind of controls her own destiny at this point. This bracket, on the other hand, there's only 10 more points to be had, so anyone from Rosemary up can win, depending on how it goes. Let's look at the next couple of days of action here. Yeah, there's some pivotal stuff happening on day 8 or 9. I might switch day 8 and 9 around, depending on what I see here. But I'm going to analyze this, and then before I launch day 8's action, I will arrange it to be the most potentially exciting stuff. You know, like Sarah Logan versus Jordynne Grace. They're both mathematically eliminated. Zelina Vega versus Ember Moon. They're both mathematically eliminated, you know. So, like, unfortunately, we have to do those matches to get the rankings finalized. I wish it would remove those that are mathematically eliminated, but it doesn't. So, we gotta deal with what we gotta deal with. Thank you for watching up to this point. I'll see you next time on PolyNerdic Pro Wrestling. Whether it's the continuation of the Chel Raizer Invitational Round Robin Tournament or the King of the Cage tournament to determine the men's #1 contender. One of those 2 things, and then if we're into May, you keep your eyes open, keep a lookout for the next regular show, as you would with the title defenses and whatnot. I'll see you around, though. Thanks for watching.